bitch niggas better any of y'all niggas better any of y'all niggas money. Won't have me fuck stay on my day. Fuck why I've been on dummy. Shooting hella ops, make on the day. If I ain't making his mama, make it feel swag in the hella way. I go shots with his eye, make you his chest watch as they swim away. I don't stop shooting till you down in your last breath and then I skate away. This shot with his eye, make you his chest watch as they swim away. I don't stop shooting till you down in your last breath and then I skate away.
Gang, what's poppin' with everybody out there, man? Welcome back. Now I know some of y'all had to know I was coming back with some more exclusive. You feel me? So shout out to everybody that tapped back in with your boy, man. Welcome back to Let's Talk Everything 414 podcast. This is the channel where I like to talk, I like to learn, and I like to grow. You understand me? For those of y'all that don't know nothing about growing. You know, I got a video for us today, man. You feel me? If there was $1 for every time we was lied to by the government, right? I gotta get to it. Shout out to Trap Lord Ross, because Trap Lord Ross been doing his things. Let's get him in a round of applause, man. Right? The reason I say that is because, and I'm gonna say that with exclusive because Trap Lord Ross been doing his goddamn thing. Trap Lord Ross, you been on your goddamn P's and Q's, my boy. I'm talking about for real, my boy. You been doing your thing. Right. So as we diving into this video, man, for those of y'all that have been paying attention to the missing general, you know, the scientist that came up dead, ended up dead, gang. A lot of us been doing our deep dive on this story. A lot of us been reporting this story. You understand what I'm saying? To a lot of y'all, we've been making sure to get out there because I'm sure that these people that died, these people that came up missing, they want their stories heard, right? So we're gonna let some of the coolest, the greatest, some of the most you know, interesting podcasters around the world get into this video, including myself. You know, so let's go. Let's go.
Called Alien Files.
On aliens and UFOs. But why now?
And although the internet joked about seeing ET before GTA 6, the reality behind Neil's disappearance was truly dark. An investigation by a shadowy website called the Sentinel Network would link his disappearance to a disturbing pattern of more than a dozen missing or dead scientists and military personnel, all tied to the same space secrets.
5 of them went missing. 6 of them were dead. Of those 6, 2 of them were murdered.
Chavez, age 79, was last seen leaving his New Mexico home on foot, leaving behind his car, wallet, phone, and keys. All her keys.
She was about 30 feet behind that person she was hiking with, smiling and waving. He turned around. Next thing you know, she was just completely gone.
Richard killed his wife and placed her body into the trunk of their car.
The officer reports seeing a vehicle parked there with the trunk open. When the officer approached, police state a man was laying on the ground, a handgun nearby.
Jamie Gustitis was dead upstairs. Officers were here for nearly 40 minutes, and not once did they go inside her home.
The scene where Amy was found, there were, once again, inconsistencies. She was right-handed. The gun was found on the left side of her body.
Nothing was known about the shooter, whom police have since revealed made a disturbing sound during the massacre.
Some witnesses said he said nothing. There are some that say he made a barking noise. Don't ask me. I don't know why.
Because McCaslin was no ordinary retiree. He had spent decades working in America's most secretive programs.
A former commander of the Air Force Research Laboratory, the organization responsible for advanced military technology and science. Base that he once led, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, is historically linked to Project Blue Book. This is the reported U.S. military's official investigation into UFO sightings.
He was someone that Congressman Tim Burchett described as the ultimate gatekeeper of the government's UFO secrets.
He's the guy that was had a lot of nuclear secrets and was allegedly the gatekeeper. And I've been told by several sources that he was.
It's quite wild to me, but interesting that they consider him as the gatekeeper, right? You know, I heard this numerous of times. This ain't the first time I heard this, you know. I heard this numerous of times. I heard this when they first tried to say he had brain fog or whatever, whatnot. You know, and to me, that was the most ironicest crap ever in the world, because for him to have this many secrets, for him to be the gatekeeper, as they call him, for him to be the most dangerous man with the most technology, knowledgeable on hand, you know what I'm saying, like that they want to know about. Why would they make, come on, guy. I ain't even got to say it like it, come on. My thing is this. I haven't seen nobody go search for him as hard as they did the missing soldiers that were shot over Iran during the time of the war. You understand what I'm saying? I think they made that more important than anything. They did. I gotta say that, you know, in all honesty, because at the end of the day, I feel like y'all use heartbeat frequency finders to find these soldiers that was shot down out the plane, but General McCaslin been missing, you feel me, for damn near 2 months now. Just like the Nancy situation when her mom came up missing. Like, you know, y'all can't put y'all 100% effort into finding these people, but y'all mean to tell me y'all can bust open a straight, y'all can do all these, you know, horrific things, y'all can complete all these horrendous ass, but y'all can't find these missing scientists or explain why they are dying or how they are, you know, killing themselves all of a sudden.
Retrieval of alien spacecrafts and life forms that had crashed to Earth.
General Neil McCaslin ran the whole joint. He told Tom DeLonge that during the Cold War, the United States found a life form, an alien life form, and that he retrieved and oversaw the retrieval of alien spacecraft.
But what McCaslin's disappearance exposed might just be history's most lethal cover-up. A secret so dangerous, it reportedly cost American presidents their lives.
This is the head of the CIA, MJ1.
Going against the president's wishes of finding out more.
Which we cannot allow. If that was in 60.
And I'm gonna be real, I think that's what it really boiled down to. Y'all know what I'm saying? I think it boiled down to that. They're going to find out that, you know, this is what JFK was trying to expose a while ago. This is what he was talking about. This is what exactly he was speaking of. You feel me? Him and Princess Diana. Because, you know, allegedly they were saying and stating that he gave up the drop to her too. You feel me? He gave the drop to her. He told her, look, go pass the message. He said, go do me this favor, pass this message. You understand what I'm saying? And make sure you pass it diligently. Make sure no one else stop you or get in your way. And, you know, that same token, her vehicles blew up. That was like scary. So, you know, for years, these secrets been held. For years, these people been murdered. You feel me? To be put to silence, to be put, you know, quiet, to be put in a corner with tape over their mouths so they don't reveal the things that's taking place in the government in these high-ranking positions and high-ranking factions. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's deep, gang. It's deeper than what y'all really think it is. A lot of y'all thought a lot of this shit was a joke, but it's not. Let's keep going. Let him break it down. Trapper gonna bust it all down.
He was dead 1 month later in Dallas.
And even now, it continues to threaten the lives of leaders all over the world.
Now, I got told by people very close to the Trump camp that in his first administration, he was going to make a disclosure about UAPs. But the commander-in-chief of the US military was scared of his own government. He became aware that there are forces inside the US government that frankly would secret.
Even as the House Oversight exposed decades of government secrets, revealing to the public for the first time that they actually did possess UFOs and alien bodies.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human.
From here, scientists and whistleblowers would continue to vanish. But whether the trail of deaths and disappearances was caused by humans...
Do you have any personal knowledge of people who have been harmed or injured in efforts to cover up or conceal these extraterrestrial technology?
Yes, personally.
Aliens?
So there has been activity by alien or non-human technology and or beings that has caused harm to humans.
What I personally witnessed myself and my wife was very disturbing.
Or something else entirely still remains unknown. Drawing on declassified government files and insider accounts, this story goes far beyond just UFO sightings.
There is an object that another country has that this object is so big that they had to build a building around it.
I naturally go, when I hear about sort of extra natural phenomenon, that's where I go to, is the Christian understanding that, you know, there's a lot of good out there, but there's also some evil out there. And I think that one of the devil's great tricks is to convince people we never existed.
These are the deepest secrets that government have allegedly killed people to protect.
They don't know. You feel me? This is Amy Eskridge. I done already did a video about her. A lot of people did. You feel me? A lot of people did. Condolences to the family. Because, you know, she was really one of the greatest whistleblowers that I can say. You know, she was really popping her shit. She wasn't afraid to pop her shit. At times when they tried to put fear in her, at times when, you know, it seemed like, hey, yo, they gonna stop. She didn't. She kept going. And she even went so far to tell them, look, I'm gonna do this publicly. You know, since I already know y'all gonna try to silence me anyway, y'all gonna try to, you know, shut me up, I'm gonna do it publicly. She said, what better way to do it publicly? Because if you do it in the public, at least when you stick your neck out, people will see it when they get cut off. You know, and it make a lot of sense. Like, you know, why not? I mean, so end of the day, I see a lot of these people had heart. A lot of these scientists was courageous. A lot of these scientists was heroes in a sense because, you know, they put their life on the line to let certain information be known. You know what I'm saying? And I say that with all respect given. They put their life on the line with certain information to let it be known to the public that, look, hey, yo, this is what's going on. This is what the government doing. This is what they're doing behind y'all back. This is what they don't want y'all to know. And this is what I'm going to let y'all know. You understand what I'm saying? So
is she not listening?
So today, we'll be uncovering the murders and disappearances tied to UFOs and aliens all around the world, revealing once and for all the dark, hidden truths from space that the government is trying to bury.
What do you think is happening here? And do you think that this is connected or totally random?
Well, I hope it's random, but we're going to know in the next week and a half.
Hey, I am going to, I'm going to speed past this part. This is his ad. Let me speed past.
Thanks, Morgan and Morgan. Back to the video. Content warning. This video is about a sensitive topic involving loss of life. We've removed any graphic content to comply with YouTube's guidelines. We aim to provide informative, factual journalism on a tragic event in the public interest that does not dismiss its seriousness. All clips are used under the doctrine of fair use for news reporting and analysis. Some points made in this video are opinions and theories. I am not responsible for third-party information. If you want to watch my videos uncut and extended, go to patreon.com/traplawross, where you can get those for just $2. Also, you can now watch my new drops on Spotify, so go search me there. Here's the video. In June 2022, 34-year-old scientist Dr. Amy Catherine Eskridge reportedly life in Huntsville, Alabama. This is a city known as the rocket city for its major role in sending the first man to the moon. However, nearly 4 years after her death, Amy's business partner Samuel Reed would post a message that reframed everything. He wrote, "I refrained from posting this for 4 years since my co-founder Amy Eskridge was killed." And he closed with saying, "I no longer fear their death threats. God bless you, Amy." And to support his claim, Reed shared screenshots of Amy's messages from the weeks before her death, where she detailed receiving daily threats and explained that it all started after a voice recording she made on her own phone about a major breakthrough in space technology. She would add that she felt she had crossed an invisible line and was now under surveillance after her discovery, going on to confess the terrifying belief that her name had now been placed on a kill list. Perhaps most disturbingly, Amy insisted that if she died, it would not have been by her, no matter what anyone else would claim. And while reports suggested that she did die from a gunshot wound, she had explicitly told Reed that she would never use her own gun for that use. But Sam Reed was not the only one questioning Amy's death, because before she disappeared, she had shared photos of mysterious burns and scars with colleagues, including former UK intelligence officer Frank Milburn. Moreover, in 2025, journalist Ross Coulthard alleged that Amy was murdered after being targeted with direct energy weapons.
I actually spoke to Amy Eskridge. I don't think she killed. I do think there's a very high likelihood she was murdered. She genuinely feared that somebody was trying to hurt her or kill her. And I've got photographs, harrowing burns that she suffered. Kind of direct weapon that she believed was directed at her.
And what's really wild to me is everybody that studied this, this technology, everybody that studied this type of anti-gravity, crap that they were studying, that they was trying to get out here to the public, they all was harmed. They all was murdered. They all was kidnapped. They all was, presumed to be missing, allegedly. You feel me? And I hate saying allegedly because nobody's of these people has popped up yet. So how long is we gonna keep saying allegedly? Like nobody's popped up yet. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got no answers. Nobody got no clues. That's the weirdest thing to me. And I say that because usually with anybody else or anything else, y'all notice, like I noticed, the government able to find, the government able to break down a story to you, the government able to give us some type of alibi. You know what I'm saying? Some type of alibi for what took place, how it took place. You feel me? But lately it seems like they've been giving us a lot of cover-ups. You understand what I'm saying? And I want to get to the bottom of it. I want to get to the bottom of it. I'm sure y'all do too. I'm sure everybody do. And I want to understand like why, what's the purpose of even covering things up? Like, what's the whole purpose? What's the purpose behind it? You know what I'm saying? If these whistleblowers are coming out with this information, you think they're going to waste their time? You think they're going to risk their careers, their jobs, their lives, their family lives to go against some private company like Lockheed Martin or Aerospace Technology, you feel me? And come out with all these stories, gems and knowledge and keys. You understand what I'm saying? Like, make this make sense, y'all. Let's keep going.
Safeguarded since the 1970s.
It's quite obvious that the United States has been working on anti-gravity right through the 50s, the 60s, and then it all went dark. And the reason it went dark, I think, is because they had a breakthrough and it was all buried.
In a giant cover-up that a 2022 congressional hearing would reveal had actually indeed included murders.
Do you have any personal knowledge of people who have been harmed or injured in efforts to conceal these extraterrestrial technology?
Yes.
Anyone been murdered that you would that you know of?
I directed people with that knowledge to the appropriate authorities.
Growing up in Huntsville, Amy understood that city's strategic significance, and she considered it one of the most important cities in the United States.
I'm in Huntsville, Alabama. I know I've said that several times. We're the Rocket City. We're the biggest deal you've never heard of. Von Braun was here and we won the space race.
As well as one of the first places that enemies would target in a war with America.
Huntsville is like the hub. Like we are number 3 on the first strike launch list. If first strike happens, 3 targets, Huntsville will be one of them. Alabama, this is an Alabama dude in the deep south. Like Huntsville is the hub of if a nuclear weapon is coming to the US from Russia, how are we going to see it? Most importantly, how are we going to shoot it down?
After double majoring in chemistry and biology, she earned master's degrees in electrical engineering, physics, genetic engineering, and nanotechnology. And together with her father, a retired NASA specialist, she entered the secretive world of gravity technology.
Now, a lot of people think her father could have greenlit the murder. A lot of it, this allegedly, you feel me? I'm not saying this. I'm just saying allegedly. A lot of people think her dad could have been part of the greenlighting of her being, took out. I'm sure if he was one of the same, had the same background, he was doing some studies close as damn near, right? So my thing is this: why didn't he get took out? I guarantee he received some of these same threats. I will not put it past him, his family, nor the daughter, and condolences to the Eskridge family. But at the end of the day, I guarantee he received some of the same threats. The thing is, I believe this, what I believe, and I might be wrong, and I could be wrong, but it seemed like the daughter had bigger balls, and she seemed like the type that was going to take it there, just like David Wilcock did. You understand what I'm saying? David Wilcock was a guy that killed himself on April 20th, another one that wrote books about UFOs and UAPs, and he also shared some exquisite knowledge and information, you feel me, that was classified and that should not have been shared. And I believe that was probably part of the reason he took his own life, because like he said, he was working with a private company, who offered him money to create some things for them. And at the end of the day, I think these private companies, once you start creating these items for them, they want the shit to themselves. But not only do they want it to themselves, they want to get rid of you, gang. How you think this gonna work? You just can't believe that they gonna have you create some type of anti-gravity technology or some time travel technology and let you walk away after they done gave you a couple million, not tell you what they finna do with it, have you not be able to disclose any of the information with none of your people, none of your other working sectors or governmental sectors of work. You feel me? Like, make that make sense, man. That's a scary sight. So I think a lot of these people, when they are approached by these private companies, I think they are approached with trust, with you feel me, with openness. I think the person who approached them obviously tell them a whole gecko about information that they know about them and what they did, the fields they worked in, and all the knowledge they have. And I believe they are also coerced into working with these companies, gang, to give them the technology and the information that they know. The same reason they said they believe that General McCaslin was possibly kidnapped and tortured for all the knowledge and information he has. You feel me? Let's keep going.
So her disappearance would be noticed.
I started it as a public-facing persona to disclose anti-gravity technology through, because I told Mark this. If you stick your neck out in public, at least someone notices if your head gets chopped off. If you stick your neck out in private, they will bury you. They will burn down your house while you're sleeping in your bed, and it won't even make the news.
As well as believing that the government would let her continue her research.
He was like, if you haven't had a U.S. government agent come to you and say, stop, shut the fuck up, stop, shut the fuck up. If that hasn't happened, they're going to let you do it. They're going to let you do it this time. He said it's been suppressed every other time. This time, they're waiting for someone to publish.
Yet the dangers of this research soon become apparent. During a 2018 presentation, a crowd member would reference the disappearance of another Rocket City scientist, Dr. Ning Lee, in what seemed like something of a threat.
So what about the innovator who's afraid of disappearing?
That's a whole nother problem.
Even if you do it in the public, it still don't mean that the inventor won't disappear for lots of reasons.
Like Ning Lee.
So it seemed like they put people out there in the crowd to taunt her. That's what it seemed like to me. As y'all can see, they got people in the crowd speaking. You feel me? Trying to taunt her with these little threats and little sayings like, hey, what if you don't think the person has still disappeared? You don't believe this? You still gonna, you feel me, publicly do this, and you gonna publicly provide this type of information and knowledge, and you still ain't gonna take caution? I think they trying to taunt her, gang, and it really wasn't working, because obviously she still went ahead and did what she did. Now, don't get it twisted, a lot of her shit didn't get published because, you feel me, it got to the point where they had to destabilize her by trying to attack her and do all these fucking energy weapon attacks on her. You understand what I'm saying? But what did get published is her text messages, her emails, her quotes, everything she was saying about they was hunting her, trying to kill her, everything she was saying about she was receiving threats. Her phone was hacked. Her house was broken into. They was going through her penny drawer. You feel me? Like, you know, we can't make this shit up. Let's keep going though.
Amy talked about coming home to find her windows had been opened and her belongings had been searched.
Didn't we tell this 3 years ago that we kill people for this? Is she not listening? What is she doing? She's still doing it? What? We told her we were going to kill her 3 years ago. She was gone to work. I noticed the window was still open. I go to work, I leave it open. I come back like an hour later and the window is closed. I walk into our bedroom and my panty drawer has been dug through and there are pairs thrown on the floor so that I will notice that my panty drawer has been dug through.
And she would also detail the direct energy attacks that she alleged that she was experiencing.
I've been typing on this offline computer right here, super sensitive for the past several days. With this window right here to my right. And that window.
Look, y'all could tell. You could tell shit's serious because she got the windows barricaded, gang. Y'all could see she got the windows barricaded. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, I feel like that's serious, gang. You know, it's serious when a motherfucker barricade their windows. That's serious. You feel me? Like real serious. It's real. It lets you know how real shit is. Like, if a motherfucker reporting this, don't you know they real? If a person reporting this to you daily, gang, you already know they some person of importance. You feel me? They reporting this to you daily. They letting people know, hey, look, I'm being hunted. Motherfuckers following me. People doing shit to me. People out to get me. Can somebody help me? I mean, what would you do? Would you offer to help? You know? Would you offer to help? There's so many people that said, oh, well, maybe she tripping. You feel me? They said the same thing about David Wilcox. They said the same thing about him when he tripping. Then they were saying, oh, coke is a major drug. You feel me? They start cracking jokes and shit. They cracking jokes and shit like this shit funny and whatever. Whatnot. Like, you know, I didn't get it. I really didn't. I didn't. I had to cam up. Y'all was laughing. That wasn't funny though. Because everybody thought she was crazy. Everybody thought David Wilcox was crazy. Oh, he on drugs. You know, this what drugs do. No, gang, it wasn't drugs. I think it was they had to take the drugs because the shit that they was going through and then nobody believed them. You understand what I'm saying? That's a scary sight. That's a scary sight, gang. Like you gotta think about it. If you telling somebody that the government is out to get you, the company you working for, or another private company that's been coming at you, asking you not to publish what you're trying to publish, or asking you for your knowledge and your information, or the shit you got, you'd be nervous too. God damn it, you'd be scared too. You feel me? So shit, it's like, yo, I'm like, dude, these scientists go through a lot. Definitely the smartest ones that they use in America or the military, they go through a lot. And then, like I told y'all in the last video I recorded, it's Chinese scientists that ended up dead, gang. You feel me? And they trying to figure out what's going on with them. And some of these scientists worked on the same shit these scientists worked on that ended up dead. But that's another story. Let's keep going though on this.
Where I lived, and I've been my hands have been burned to hell and back as I've been typing.
With her systems often being eased only when she blocked her windows.
I feel better immediately. Like my hands still burn because there's damage.
Reinforcing her belief that she was indeed under surveillance and attack.
You can't hack the computer because there's no Wi-Fi card, but you can send microwaves in to get a 3D image of me typing on the keyboard, and you can reconstruct what I'm typing by microwaving me.
Moreover, fellow researcher Mark Sokol witnessed the attacks and described a bowl of popcorn in Amy's hand popping right before one while mysterious vehicles had idled outside.
Yeah. And now this story right here is one of the craziest, right? This story that he finna tell right now is by far one of the craziest, because Wait, the bowl of popcorn still popping, my nigga. Now she done pop popcorn. They finna chill, watch a movie, right? And listen to him, man. Listen, check this shit out.
So when she was here, we were sitting on the couch and we just made popcorn. We're gonna watch a movie, and the popcorn in the bowl started to pop again. And she started to like scream and vomit. She's telling me they're attacking us. They're attacking us. Parked across the street in where there was a parking lot. The car was parked not in a parking spot, but like facing the door.
And from here, things only got worse. In Amy's final messages, she would reveal stalkers had been confronting her, apparently with intimate knowledge of the results of her recent MRI scans, and apparently they'd even attempted to get her dental records through an Israeli firm. From here, apparently the threats would escalate, and Amy received increasingly psychological and eerie messages, which she claimed were instructing her to end using nursery rhymes, while others tried to lure her into isolated areas late at night, which she recognized were apparent attempts to try and stage her death, repeatedly warning everyone around her that if she died, it wouldn't be a decision. In her final weeks, Amy would claim that she had recorded a breakthrough discovery on her hacked phone, which she feared put her on a kill list. And after consulting with high-level insiders, including a retired general rumored to be William McCaslin himself, she concluded that the danger came not from the government itself, but from private contractors and military companies guarding their billion-dollar profits. Tragically, by June 2022, Amy was dead, just weeks after sending these warnings. And following her death, congressional testimony in 2023 alleged that a private aerospace company had indeed used energy weapons against her and killed her. By October 2025, journalists revealed that Amy had been quickly cremated without even staging an autopsy.
There's a whole lot of unexplained stuff. The difficulty is that her body was apparently cremated shortly after her death. There was no full coronial inquiry. I did make...
The crazy part about that is a lot of these scientists, like, it was a scientist, and I think they're going to speak about him. He was like the head vice president at Lockheed Martin, right? And he was talking about telekinesis and telepathy. He ended up dead, right? And he was from Chicago, Illinois. They didn't even have this man information inside the papers, you feel me? They made it like this man didn't even exist, gang. Like some of the scariest shit ever. I'm talking about literally, like some of the scariest shit ever. To me, I'm like, dude, what possessed people to, get this type of way, get this evil? You understand what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers, they didn't give two shits. They didn't even put this. A lot of these scientists was done like that, gang. They didn't give a fuck about they well-being or their knowledge of if somebody knew about them or anything. That goes to show you that some of these people out here, they only want you for what you can do, what you're great for. They only wanted these scientists for what they was great for. They lied to them. They snuck up on them, like the snake in the Bible, snuck up on them and, hey, yo, you want to create this? We'll pay you so much, but you got to keep it quiet. You can't tell nobody. As a matter of fact, sign this goddamn Indiana. You feel me? Sign this. You're going to sign it. Once you do that, it's over. They got you right where they want you because whatever you create for them is theirs, my nigga. They can wipe you out, and none of what you was doing, the work you was doing for them, will ever exist. It will cease to exist because don't nobody know you was working for them. You feel me? So that's one of the scariest things too. Like, make it make sense. I had to pause that, gang. StreamYard started to do that irritation ass shit, that irritating, where they stop the vid and they start skipping and doing shit like that, fucking up my goddamn video, gang. Knowing goddamn well I'm popping right now. Stop hating StreamYard. Damn.
Claims of a murder.
Richard Eskridge, he did not want to be interviewed, but he told me on the phone, scientists die also, just like other people.
Yet many people online weren't convinced, and the suspicions only continued. But unfortunately, Amy wasn't the only anti-gravity researcher to die under mysterious circumstances in Rocket City. More than 2 decades before Amy Eskridge had entered the field, another scientist in Huntsville, Alabama, was already breaking ground. After emigrating from China, Dr. Ning Li quickly established herself as a leading researcher in the city, while throughout the 1990s, she published revolutionary papers focusing on negating gravity, with findings that proposed technologies that could make vehicles hover silently in the air and move at incredible speeds in any direction, just like the rumored UFOs. As her work progressed from theory to application, Li founded AC Gravity to
You
build
see
her
what I'm saying? A lot of this work, gang, this the work they want. A lot of this work that's, being created, being asked to be created, gang. This the work they look for. These private companies, they go to these people and they say, hey, yo, look, we know about the work you do. We heard about your work. We want to know if you can do something for us. We want to know if you can create a little something. If they accept the offer, it's going down, right? If they accept the offer, it's going down. You already know they're going to sign their NDA. It's going down. They can't speak about what they're doing for this private company. They can't talk about it. They can't talk about it. It can't be disclosed with nobody. You feel me? Basically, it's classified privately. And you done already signed away your goddamn life and soul on this NDA. That's the scary part. Right? So I think a lot of these scientists, they was finding and picking they picks. They knew who they wanted to go to. They knew whether they was young, didn't speak English, didn't understand whatever it was that they was signing up for very well. That's what it had to be. These motherfuckers had to be signing up for some shit they did not know that they were signing up for like that. I ain't saying they give them the right to be tricked, killed, kidnapped, or murdered, and then their lives being told secretly, you feel me, that none of this took place. Oh, no, I definitely ain't saying that. None of that is right at all. Let's keep going, though.
Attention from the US government, and in 2001, she received a $500,000 Pentagon grant that came with strict secrecy conditions, a strategy later cited by Amy Eskridge as typical suppression of technological breakthroughs.
Great data. You apply for more funding to test it more thoroughly, they cancel it. They cancel it. It goes to NASA divestment. It goes to the auction block. People bid on it, and literally scrap metal vendors win the bid and melt it down for scrap metal and sell it.
Consequently, Lee's research became both groundbreaking, secret, and highly monitored. By 2003, the public last saw Dr. Lee when she presented on the topic of gravity under the close supervision, soon after sending cryptic messages that hinted at a major breakthrough. Yet from here, she disappeared from public life, and it would take more than 20 years to find out what happened to her. Emails sent to her from journalists didn't get any responses, while colleagues insisted she remained active, working on projects that were too classified to speak on. Then in 2004, Navy pilots off the coast of California that
sound like they stole her shit. That's what it sounded like to me. Sound like they stole her shit, got rid of her, and utilized it themselves. I mean, because you can't say an alien did that. What y'all finna say? An alien kidnapped this woman, got her motherfucking knowledge, her technology, utilized it, created a ship off of it, and started doing the same thing, you feel me, that she created to be done. Make that make sense? Because that's what he just explained. Let's keep going.
Released by the Department of Defense have changed.
You mentioned UFO. Immediately what comes to mind are little green men, tinfoil hats. That's not at all what we're dealing with.
As soon as we look down, we see the whitewater, and then we see this little white tic tac.
Man, you bitch niggas better ante up or elevate. I need 6 figure money, won't hella bucks and hella cake. Fuck boy, I been on dummy, shooting hella ops, make them a day. If not him, then kill his mama, make him feel his wrath in the hell away. Hydro shock with his eye, make through his chest, watch as they swim away. I don't stop shooting till you down in your last breath, and then I skid away. This a hollow tip.
I'm sorry, gang. I guess I was talking and the mic was still muted. StreamYard, too slow. And then y'all see how they play my introduction. So wow. At the end of the day, what they did is they killed these people. And these not alleged. These are real facts, actual factual facts. And we can, we can actually say they are actual factual facts because it's proven, gang. Look how many times this scenario, these cycles happen over and over and over. Look at it. I mean, just pay attention, y'all. Like, look at it. It don't make sense. It don't. They want us to make it make sense. No, you motherfuckers make it make sense. They work for y'all, not us. We don't work for y'all either. We need the FBI. We need the CIA. That ain't our job, right? Let's keep going though, because he finna bust this shit down. The guy I'm talking about, once he came out and he started speaking, gang, they killed him too, right? Allegedly, right? Because they always want to say, make sure you say allegedly. So, he get to telling the truth, and he told a lot of truth, just like David Wilcox, just like Amy Eskridge. I think a lot of these people tell all their truths because their truths is the only thing they can tell, right? They get tired of telling the lies for the companies they work for the governments. They get tired of this shit, I can tell. Right? Y'all can tell too. Y'all know this because they start coming out with these stories, whistleblowing stories, rumors, books, things of that nature, tell all books. They get tired of working for these motherfuckers. And at the end of the day, when these motherfuckers get the juicing them, overjuicing them, or trying to threaten them, or tell them, hey, yo, look, you keep reporting this shit, we're going to come after you. We know where you live at. We're going to do this to your family, that to your family. Then that's when they really go all out and they start telling everything, gang. My thing is this, we need to start listening to them. We need to start opening our minds up, opening our ears, tuning in, tapping in with our conscious self, you feel me, our inner conscious self, and start understanding what these people are saying. Put yourselves in their shoes. Like if you had this much knowledge, if you had this much, you feel me, power at the mind, and you knew what to do and how to control it and when to release it and where to let it loose at, would you or would you not, you feel me, be scared too if it's a company that's down your throat, you feel me, and they want everything you know. They want everything you know. They want to do everything you can do with your brain, and instead shit, nigga, they willing to kill you. They willing to kill you. Wouldn't you? Make it make sense. I'd be scared of shit, gang. You hear me? So, like, y'all got to put yourself in these people's shoes. You know, you got to put yourself in their shoes. And that's how I look at it. I'm like, why wouldn't they be scared? You would too. Let's keep going. Is a lot of them niggas didn't want to say nothing. Y'all seen them niggas ain't want to speak. Like, what the fuck? These niggas ain't want to tell nothing. Like, is they that loyal to the lies that they done signed up for? Is they that loyal to the lies and the payments that they done signed up for, that they willing to hold this shit to the fucking dear death of them? That's what it seemed like to me. They should be punished. They should. Thank God I paused that, man. Told y'all StreamYard be acting like a bitch. But I already know what to do, gang. That's why I know where to stop it at. You feel me? I be on top of my shit always. Definitely when it comes to StreamYard, because they some bitch. That was the wrap up of the story, man. That's my time, 53 minutes. That's damn near an hour, gang. Everybody that tap in when you see this video, make sure you share this video. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is some deep knowledge that everybody needs to know. When you tap into it, man, make sure you don't forget to subscribe to Trap Lord Ross channel, subscribe to my channel, share both of our channels. Make sure you make it spread like the plague. You understand what I'm saying? I love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all keep your head up, stay smart, stay safe, stay out the way, gang. And I am out.
The gang, them grew up in piling. Couple of groupies to fit with. High no turbulence vibing. Higher than you niggas getting. Flying while you niggas flyless. Your kind is scooter dependent. I come something new when I'm driving. Driving off the roof, no ceilings. Got a skyline view when I'm riding.